All right, race fans, welcome to the International Manufacturer Spec Challenge run through Tooled for Forza on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. We are in round 3. You can see we're at the Nürburgring GP in Germany. We are starting the TCR cars first. That's who we're on board with right now. Flight is starting in the first position there with 4Cam, followed by Just Cole, and then we've got, let's see, who else we have? We've got that guy racing and Master Chief rounding out the TCR field. So remember, we switch back and forth between, if you followed the other rounds, between TCR and GT3, and we have tier 1s and tier 2 tunes based on the driver's performance in the championship. This is a different round, so it's actually reverse championship grid. So they're going to give the go-ahead to the GT3 to catch up with them coming here shortly. Looks like Cole's off a little bit, so now they're going to start slowing it down right here just a little bit, allow everybody to catch up. We'll see the GT3 moving pretty soon, right around this kink probably. So we've got some really interesting battles. There goes the GT3. They're starting now, so they're just doing the warm-up lap, and then we'll have 15 race laps at full pace. Obviously we're just going to finish like normal. So we've got the guys here in the Chevy Cruze WTCC, I believe is the car, but it matches up with the TCRs. So we're getting ready for the race start right now. Flight's on pole. Looks like he chose the outside actually, which is interesting. And they're going to start at the bridge here, coming up here pretty soon. So gonna back it down. Here comes the bridge. Everybody's lined up tight. Nice. Here we go. There you go. When we're racing, we got Flight out in the lead, of course. And we got 4Cam on the inside. Let's see if 4Cam tries to dive up on the inside here under brakes. Flight's pretty good though. He's got a nice fast time. He's doing well in both the GT3 and the TCR, as well as 4Cam. That guy. We got Master Big Chief hanging back there, and a new guy, Ghost Comet, is joining us actually for the first time this week. So hopefully we'll see some really good things out of him. I did practice with him with the GT3, and he was super fast. So we'll see if we can get him in the championship this week and next week. Let me get rid of the map. No map. Let's enjoy this flight. Looks like Flight's off to a good start. Looks like that guy is up to second place now, I saw. And 4Cam drops back to third. So the interesting part of this series, you will see different guys drop, back and forth depending on the track, depending on the car, depending on the conditions. You can see we're racing at night, which is a little different. Most leagues run only in day and only run in dry, sunshine. We've already done a thunder and lightning rain race. We're doing a night race now, and we're doing an inverted championship grid. So lots of different things to throw at these guys, as well as driving 2 different cars. So that's a challenge. I want to see, and the goal is to see who is the fastest overall driver in any medium, in any condition. So it looks like that mistake and the Schumacher S's cost that guy second place, and 4Cam is now up. Let's hop back between each individual person here. There's 4Cam. There's Guy. He's recovered, but a little bit far behind. Oh, Master Big Chief, big dive up the inside, but opens up that. Oh, big break on the chicane. That's tough right there to dive bomb right there and make it work successful. Looks like both of them just avoided each other. That guy gave him some racing room. Master Big Chief is leading our GT3 points, I believe. Okay, we got Cole back here. So Cole also did really well in week 1, turning on, we mentioned it a few times, but turning on his traction control when nobody else did in the rain, so dominated that field. Let's go over to the GT3s. They're in the Corvette, the C7R. We've got Optimizer in first place, followed by Severius, Black Ghost, Honey Badger, and Ghost Comet. So now we got 2 Ghost guys in here, I gotta remember. So again, let's get rid of this map so we don't have to see that. Optimizer's got a pretty good lead so far as we run into looks like coming up the last half of lap 2, coming on the back straight here and coming up to turn 12 real fast, right hand corner, and then we got the NGK chicane 13 and 14. Oh, Cerverius closes right up under brakes. And then we've got the Coca-Cola curve, turn 15 right here that they're coming down on. So let's jump on board with these guys. I find it a little bit easier to see from a race perspective and go to game cameras. So that way I can do this and look back. So Optimizer opened up a pretty good gap on that last corner there after Cerverius. Oh, look, Cerverius really good on the brakes. Wow, closed up a lot on that. This Corvette is really fun to drive. The tunes that I made for it is pretty medium. It doesn't really excel at everything, but good overall, I think, as far as pace and everything. But the platform, the Corvette with rear-wheel drive, does definitely eat up the tires. So we're going to see again this week some pretty good tire wear, I think, towards the end of the race. We're going to see how guys can deal with it. We're not doing any pit stops. So let's see. Let's go on board with Cerverius. Let's see what he's looking at. There you go, right behind his hop goes on the curbs there a little bit. Pretty good gap between these two right now. Let's go back to Bradger here. Let's see what Bradger's looking at. All right, you got Ghost Comet again, and we mentioned before, a real fast guy. I forgot I moved from TCR. He got a really good run out of there. Taking the inside line. Oh, very nice. Leaving a good amount of space. Now, I told Ghost Comet, new to the series, that he was starting the back. I know he's fast, but he's also got to make sure that he doesn't affect the racing here, because these guys have worked hard the last 3 weeks. We're into the 3rd week now, and good. I just saw him brake there really hard to avoid that. But I don't want him to mess up. He's fast, and I want him to compete. But the other part of it is don't want him to adversely affect the championship grid, which is already 2 races in, so he technically would be out of it anyways. So I think he's doing a very respectful job with that. We got Black Ghost starting back here in 5th place, but holding his own, I think, too. We'll jump on board with him a little bit. So the way the split works is we have 10 drivers this week. We had a bunch of guys not able to make the race. As Ghost goes really wide right there, almost gets a full spin there, but he controls it and saves it. I mentioned I knew a few people that are on the wheel. Ghost is one of those people. So hats off to him. I mean, it is really hard to control this car on the wheel. It really wants to step out on you. Has a lot of power, has a lot of torque coming on the exit of the corners. So hats off to you, Ghost. You're doing a good job with this. Just keep at it, keep consistent, and I'm sure you do well. All right, let's head back up and see the top 3. Okay, Ghost Comet. Looks like Cerverius and who's in the lead now? Optimizer, that's right. Optimizer and Cerverius have taken off a little bit. It's a bigger gap in between as we approach lap. We're on lap 4 right now, 4 of 16. This is Cerverius's real strong chance, and Optimizer's a real strong chance to get some good valuable points out of this, because we're doing a reverse championship grid. I want to make those guys that are really fast start at the back and try to work their way up. Give a little more challenge to them. Hopefully helps them enjoy the race a little bit more. I know everybody wants to win, but it is kind of boring sometimes to win by 5, 6, 10 seconds, whatever. So this gives them a little bit of a challenge, and I think they're up to it. That guy, 4Cam, Master Chief. There's nobody in this series that is not a really good, fast, clean driver. So I have faith in them. Now let's go check back with the TCR field. All right, so we got Flight here has pulled a pretty big lead on everybody. We got some clear air. Driving again the Chevy Cruze, number 33. It's got the blue, black, and silver paint scheme. Let's see if our 2nd place, that guy has any lights. Looks like everybody still has lights, although it could just be the game fooling us. Look, Master Chief has wormed his way up to third place so far, with 4Cam right behind him. And let's see, we've got Cole hanging on in the back here, just going through the Schumacher S's here. And I don't think we can see. Yeah, we don't see the other guys. Let's see once he gets on the straight if we can see the other guys. Cole also has been switching back and forth between the wheel and the controller, so that's really hard. I think that's even harder than stay with one medium. Wow, yeah, so I don't see anybody up there. So Cole, good job for switching back and forth. I know it's tough. And it looks like this week we'll probably be able to get you out of that Tier 1 tune, so you'll be able to get a little more grip, a little more cornering. So let's jump back up in the middle of the pack here in TCR. Gonna jump on board with Master Big Chief here, looking at that guy racing the number 41 car, and 4Cam behind him, which I believe is a 98 car if I remember correctly. Let's see if I'm right. 98 car, I nailed it. All right, so yeah, all these guys, again, these guys started at the back, so you know they're doing really strong in the championship points. So hopefully this is a good challenge for them and they're having fun with it. Let's go check on Flight here. Again, Flight's got a pretty big lead. Let's see, he's got 800 foot lead, it looks like, right now. Let's go check out some of the tickers and some of the race info. Nope. Which one? Oh, I don't want the map. So let's go with, nope, we don't want any of that. And we don't need telemetry. Where is it at? Oh, almost, here it is, sorry. All right, let's get the time behind the leader. Let's wait till go scrolls around again. All right, so Flight's the leader, obviously you can see that. So time behind the leader, we've got that guy with 4.6 seconds, and Master Big Chief 4.9, 5.8 from 4Cam, and it goes so fast I can't read the other one, so that's okay. So let's go to our GT3. So we got a 2.3 second lead over second place over Severius. It looks like still holding his own. Let's see how close we got. Okay, we lost third place somewhere in this. Looks like Bradger still holding on, and Ghost Comet. Ooh, I think that caught him out a little bit. I don't think that was anybody's fault, but looks like Bradger's going to wait for him to catch back up. As Ghost Comet just gives him a little, tells him go ahead, everything's fine. Hopefully they're communicating too. These guys are all in the party chat as well. We're not hearing it because I'm streaming or recording through my Avermedia live gaming portable. And we'll upload this later. So hopefully they're all in communication, but it looks pretty clean. I think that was just a mistake that Bradger made on the brakes there, caught Ghost Comet out, and no harm, no foul. Looks like they're resuming as the dog barks, they say. All right, so let's look at the time gaps again once it scrolls over. It looks like Cole's in the pits. Wow, okay. So that's interesting. Let's see what's going on. I just noticed when the ticker went by. Yeah, Cole's in the pits. I'm not sure why or what happened, but that might actually mess up the race finish for the planned race finish that I had. Because he's far behind. We'll have to see. I will have to pull up the map, I think, on that one to see where he is on track versus the other guys. Yeah, he's actually going to come out. All right, hang on, guys, a minute. I got to go take care of something really quick. Alright guys, we're back. Sorry, I had somebody at the door, so I had to answer that. Anyways, let's jump back in here, the racing here. Let's see the map. So we're on board with Cole, and he unfortunately is one lap down. I'm assuming due to damage, ran to the car. This is a simulation league, but he is now behind the GT3 cars. So hopefully the Drivatars won't mess with him towards the end of the race, but we'll have to see. That's why we were eliminating that last cooldown lap so we could eliminate that. So now let's go up with our GT3 leader, Optimizer. Looks like he's got a pretty good lead. Looks like still Severius in second place, holding it pretty strong, and a big gap between himself and Ghost Comet in third. Looks like, yeah, Ghost Comet's got past. Good. Ghost Comet got past Honey Badger, and then we got Black Coast behind that. Let's see what the gaps are here. Yeah, we got everybody's pretty spread out. We can look at the map there too and see. Let's go. So we got Flight. Looks like we got a good battle between second and third in TCR. Yeah, which is Master Big Chief now and that guy racing, which I expect would nice cutback. Coming out of that sweeper, coming in Schumacher S's. There's really on one line, so that guy understands that. Lets off the gas a little bit, but still tries to give him a run, and he does. Master Big Chief really was really cordial and really nice out there and gave a lot of room. Oh, his 4Cam gives him a little nudge there. Doesn't take the position though. I think he let off the gas a little bit, realizing that he had affected him a tiny bit. But you can really get on the gas on these, as you can see. As that was a good battle right there for a couple positions. So that guy firmly into second place now again. So these guys are fighting a lot, which I think led to Flight just really being able to take off. And that happens. Obviously, he's got a pretty big lead now as he goes through the Coca-Cola curve and down the front straightaway to start lap 10. So let's see when these guys. I can't see. I was hoping I could see the lights pop through. But we got a 7-second advantage from first to second in TCR. So Flight's just sitting pretty. He's only got 7 more laps to really just hang on to it and drive consistently, which I'm sure he can do. So let's stay back here with the TCR battle. So that guy's opened up a little bit of gap. Nothing huge, but a tiny bit gap for that. Let's go on board with third and fourth, because I think this is where the battle is right now. GT3 is spread out, so this is where the action is right here. We got Master Big Chief threatening 4Cam, and I'm getting some weird feedback. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the stream or on the recording, like almost like a Charlie Brown teacher wah 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 sound. Hopefully it doesn't come through, but that's okay. We'll work with it. We'll see what it is later. So Master Big Chief, ooh, big dive bomb under brakes. Ooh, a little bit of contact as 4Cam tries to take that corner. That was really far back. And dive bomb is kind of the wrong term to use, because it kind of denotes a negative thing, but it's actually not. You can execute a really good dive bomb, clean dive bomb, and as long as both participants are aware, it can be a really clean overtaking move. So. I hate to use the term, but that really is kind of the most effective for a move that far back. Otherwise, it would just be trying to take a position, right? But 4Cam was just trying to take his normal racing line. I don't think he's expected Master Big Chief to try to come from that far back. That was pretty big. Let's go to our data. Let's do time intervals. I'm not seeing time intervals from Severus. I'm getting some weird data on that anyways. Yeah, so this is the closest battle right now. 3/10 away from 4Cam right now. I'm gonna check distance too, just to give you guys kind of an idea of how everybody's spread out. There you can see it on the ticker up above. So no need to go there. As I see 4Cam or Master Big Chief's lights coming on 4Cam. So 4Cam's really driving a defensive race right now, just parking in the apex, just taking his line, and you know, just giving Master Big Chief nowhere to go really. So let's go on board with Master Big Chief and let's see from this angle too. Oh, actually, as he passes 4Cam, or side by side at least. Good battle in here. Oh, nice. A lot of respect shown. Good job, guys. Hey, 4Cam's down in the position too, where Master Big Chief's just going to start driving defensively, just protecting that line, taking the corners. So we'll see what 4Cam does here as they come into the hairpin. Let me see. I can't remember what the name of the hairpin is. Which one is it called? It is the Dunlop hairpin. How can I forget that? I love Dunlop. Alright, so what happened here? Oh, 4Cam lagged out again. Oh, looks like we had a big battle. I just looked away and now it looks like he's gone. Dang it, because I just see 4 TCR guys now. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, so it looks like we don't have a battle in TCR anymore either. So let's go ahead and jump forward up to GT3. Let's take a look at these guys. Let's ride on board with Optimizer for a little bit and see how he's doing. Again, he's got a pretty big gap. He's got almost 1,000 feet. That will kind of yo-yo back and forth depending on where they are in track. So it looks like Master Big or Severus right here. Yeah, there's a confirmation 4Cam left the party. So Severus, like, everybody's really spread out. Everybody's kind of you know, found purchase on the racetrack where they're just kind of running on their own. So I mean, a good advantage is no pressure. Bad advantage is a little bit of a boring of a race, unfortunately. So everybody will switch in race 2 coming up here pretty soon, and we'll run 15 race laps, one warm-up lap in the TCR and GT3 same, but they'll just the guys that run GT3. So we'll have it's like they try to come back in. We got Hop, Severus, Comet, Ghost Comet, Bradger, Honey Bradger, and Black Ghost will be racing the TCR next. And Flight, that guy, Master Big Chief, and Cole and 4Cam will be racing in the TCR or in the GT3 cars. Looks like Black Ghost coming around the Coca-Cola corner here, curve, coming up to the start finish. Let's see if anybody's moving up anywhere. Yeah, we just have some big gaps everywhere. So let's go back on board with the game or replay cameras. We give you guys more cinematic, you know, type feel. We'll get rid of this map. Yeah, it looks like 4Cam's having real problems connecting to the party, staying in the game, obviously. Real shame, too, because there was a good battle there between himself and Master Big Chief. Yeah, you can just see him trying right there to join and rejoin. He'll probably have to reset his Xbox, which will probably be the best thing he can do. See if he can get everything cleared up for the next race. Hopefully he doesn't lag out the next one. Alright, so let's start the lead here. Let's go with Optimizer. Let's go on board with him. Do a game replay. A little more, like I said, cinematic experience for you guys racing. So optimizer rounding Coca-Cola curve, coming on the front straight here, and coming in turn 1, which is a Castrol S, which incorporates turn 1, turn 2, and then you got the Mercedes Arena. So as he comes into Castrol S right here, takes turn 1 really nice on the apex, comes into Castrol S turn 2, and into the Mercedes Arena right here, and it's turn 3. And you got the right little kink right here where you got a big old curb right there. Looks like he does take a lot of that curb. And back on this to turn 5 and then turn 6, which is the Ford curve. So here's turn 5 right here. Coming into the Ford curve, turn 6, and down into the Dunlop hairpin. Alright, let's go on board with, let's give everybody equal opportunity here. We've got Cerverius here in second place. This is going to be a good result for Cerverius. I think everybody was excited about doing a championship grid, reverse grid start, especially the guys. Cerverius has had a little bit difficult a season so far, and it's really hard to jump between different cars. These guys are expected to race between 2 different classes and cars each week for 30-35 minutes, as well as race in a tune built by me, so it's not necessarily totally playing to their strengths, and also to jump into a different car each week. So round number 1, we raced in Silverstone in the rain, so that was hard already. Coupled that with the fact that we were in the Audi R8s and the Audi R3 LMS, and then round 2 was just last week. We were at as I'm looking at something, round 2 where we were racing in the BMWs at Mugello GP. So we had the BMW M8 GTE or G3, and then we had the 125, the WTC or STCC, I think, or something like that car that we were running against. So both rear-wheel drive this week. We have front-wheel drive in the Cruze, and we have the C7R Corvette rear-wheel drive, obviously. Here we go, Ghost coming again, new guy this series. Obviously real strong, got a lot of pace. Loves the purple. He gave me his colors, and I painted this car for him, and he's got a metallic purple, brushed aluminum actually, on the front part of the car, and he's got 2 different shades of purple on the outside. So but real strong driver. I expect him to do really well in the next couple rounds. He just unfortunately joined a little bit late. He's a friend of a Yankees fan who unfortunately was not able to make it to tonight's race, and is actually one of the front runners and leaders in the series. Here we got Bradger, Honey Bradger for the whole name. He has a nice brushed blue aluminum car here with a little bit of orange. So real nice color combination. I like those 2 colors. They work really well together. So it looks like he's coming into turn 6, which is Ford curve, and then going to come down into the Dunlop hairpin. So night races affect a little bit of vision, but not too much. As you can see, it's kind of light outside. But again, it's just another kind of experience for the drivers to go through outside of the norm. So let's go on with Black Ghost here. Alright, so Black Ghost here is now coming down to the Dunlop hairpin. His color scheme I really like too, with the bright red on top, and he's got the silver with a gunmetal blue. Oh yeah, it looks like Party Chat is having a big issue tonight. That's totally normal. This game has so many flaws, or so many things that are wrong with it. It's amazing. This game has been out over a year. Was it a year and 3 months or something like that, and they still have lots of problems. So now we're going to see a communication issue with the party. So hopefully that doesn't do anything. Let's actually see. Let's bring up our track map and see. Oops. Let's see how close everybody is. So we're on board with Optimizer right now. Is he coming up to the back of this field? Let's see. Looks like he already passed. I hate that map gets in the way though. It's nice to pull up every once in a while, but then it gets in the way. Yeah, so he's just now passing the GT3 or the TCR guys. So this theory about starting one lap sooner is pretty solid. I think it's gonna work out well based on the time gaps we have with the different classes. So the goal is we want to try to finish the race. You know, GT3 should finish and then TCR should finish right after. That way I don't have to worry about having them stop on track, stay in line, get time, and not get the time gaps, but get the finish order positions. It should be very clear. So let's jump on. Oops, I always do that. Let's jump on board with, let's see where Cerveris is, if he's in some traffic. Yeah, just past Cole, it looks like. Let's see, Ghost Comet's going to come up on Cole here pretty soon, I believe. There he is, and there's Cole. A little bit up ahead, they're about to start. GT3 should be starting lap 16 here pretty soon. There he comes, Ghost Comet around the Coca-Cola curve on the front straight, coming up on Cole. Cole's just going to stay there, maintain his line. Yep, Ghost Comet goes around on the right side. Let's see how he handles that. You know, Cole's got some speed in that car on the straights too. Nice, well negotiated. Maybe a little late on the brakes. Nope, held it together. All right, now they're on lap 16 of 16. So let's go check really quick and see. So, yep, those guys just started. So Flight is the leader in TCR, just started lap 16. Perfect. This worked out really well. Oh, no, didn't start. Okay, no, he's coming through the Schumacher S's. Okay. So it doesn't look like the GT3 leaders were able to gap the whole TCR field, maybe? I don't know, hard to come in at this point and look because it just tells me at the top left, it just tells me lap 16 to 16 based on what the leader has done, not what the leader in TCR has done. I wish they would actually show that too, but again, lots of things with Forza we don't like and want to change. Hopefully the developers listen. It seems like they might be starting to get the point as Project Cars 2. Let's see, I think Automobilista is coming out. You know, there's lots of sims that are really taking racing seriously and incorporating a lot of race features that Forza does not have, being more of a, we call it a simcade, being more of a, not a simulator, race simulator, but being more of a an arcade game. All right, so we're back here with the Master Chief, and that guy still going at it. So let's go on board with that guy racing. That way we can see him. He's got a good pull off that corner of the Coca-Cola curve. It's like here comes Optimizer. You can see him in the distance. So they're going to have their battle. And as Optimizer crosses, so this is the, I guess this is one of the fears. Is that Optimizer, is that a drive-a-tard? Let's see. Yeah, there goes all the audio from the party that's disconnected and stuff. Okay, we're getting some serious lag. I'm looking at that guy and he keeps bouncing back and forth. Not sure what's happening there. But as everybody leaves the party, let's see. Yeah, so Flight, Master Big Chief, that guy racing has finished. Okay, so we're looking at just the drive-a-tards racing around. Cole has yet to finish, but I think everybody else has finished. So we're just waiting on Cole. we'll go on board with him. Unfortunately, I think he does, because of his pit stop, he does have to deal with the drivatars, which are terrible to drive against. They sometimes run into, brake really hard for corners they don't need to, and all that stuff. So the goal is to avoid that, but unfortunately with Cole doing that pit stop, it really threw everything through a loop for him, so he wasn't able to steer clear of that. So that was a good race. I mean, it looks like we have, let's go through the winners really quick. So we've got Optimizer winning, Severus second, Ghost Comet third, Honey Badger fourth, and Black Ghost fifth, and GT3. And in TCR, we've got Flight, Master Big Chief, That Guy Racing, and then Cole, as Cole abuses the drivatars. Good thing we're on that. And unfortunately, 4Cam wasn't able to finish the race and bounced out of there. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining us for round 3. We're going to get set for the next race 2 here. So I'm going to jump in the party with the boys and see what's going on.